Hey everybody, Dream here, and welcome to another hopefully short episode of Star Stable Musings. I am going to try to keep this as short as possible because one, there is a champ soon, Goldenhills and Fort Pinta, and two, I just don't have a lot to talk to. Not really a lot of stuff to talk about, but some stuff. Anyway, I've been kind of busy with things on and off this week, so I've been behind on getting some stuff uploaded. Not only that, is my upload speed is so slow that I have to upload at night when nobody's awake and just let it upload overnight. It usually takes maybe an hour to 2 hours for my uploads to go, and it drags down my internet, so I can't use my internet when I'm uploading. Anyway, what I want to talk about today, and before I actually go to talk about, this is Spell Chaser. This is one of my only Morgan. Hello, Spell Chaser. And she is the Morgan from the app. However, I think this coloration is also available at Fairgrove. I don't know, but oh well. She's my only Morgan, and she is my choice for any championship in Goldenhills, which is what we're going to talk about today. Star Stable last week had dropped the hint that we were going to have something happen with Goldenhills Valley, as well as the Miscreants are going to have a new album coming out. They confirmed it was the Miscreants because their Instagram actually, I think not only their Instagram, I think it was also their Twitter and their Facebook pages, had a clip of the music for the Miscreants, and if I'm mispronouncing that, then oh well. The other thing is they did actually confirm last week, probably I think on Friday. They confirmed on their Instagram, maybe on Twitter, and maybe on Facebook too. I don't know, but they confirmed that Goldenhills Valley is going to get updated. Now, here's the thing about the update. As far as we know, they only showed, and we're going to go run over there, one last look of Goldenhills Valley before it gets updated, because I'm recording this the day before the update. But what they showed in a clip on Instagram, they showed a small view section of Golden Leaf Forest. Now, a few weeks ago, they actually updated the race here in Golden Leaf Forest, and we're actually just going to run the race for fun. But yeah, they've actually updated. They changed only one of the jumps in the race, but this is the only area that they gave a small preview of. And said preview, did they change the board here? They did change the board. I'll be darned. It used to be a bigger board. But this is the race board. Yep, this is the race board. And I beat my time last time. I actually re-recorded the race so I can do comparisons later. So let's go ahead and get this started, just for fun. And to give you guys something to watch. So this is the only area that they gave a preview of. And it was a very small preview. But you can see that they've updated the trees. Oops. Fudge. My horse didn't jump. You can see that they updated the trees. They actually, in the preview, they took away the golden grass. Now, some people are upset about this, but even in fall, grass is not yellow. Not in a lot of places. At least not where I live. Where I live, grass actually does not really turn yellow until it really gets cold. So we have a couple different types of grasses. A summer, a spring, and I think we have a fall grass. I don't know. But anyway, they're going to change the textures, and that's all we know that they're going to do. I don't believe they're going to change any layouts. So some of the races should stay the same. And we know they're not changing buildings because, well, they don't update the buildings. They haven't updated the buildings in Silverglade yet. So we don't have to slow down here anymore. But yeah, they, and I'm not using the best tack I could use. Fudge sticks. Oh well. They seem to be only updating the textures. Now, that is perfectly fine by me, which means later on they will be tweaking and adding trees, taking away trees, adding bushes, taking away bushes, changing some things here or there, giving it a new, fresher look. One thing I do hope is that they remove this yellow haze. Yeah, I can do better than that. I just didn't have my best tack on. But yeah, that was the race, and I will have a comparison video up later for that. But this is as far as we know what they're going to do. They're only changing the textures and the trees. Basically just landscape changes. So we don't know if they are actually going to change things like the layout of Cape West or the layout of Jasper's Farm, or even what they're going to do with Scarecrow Hill. For all we know, all the textures at Scarecrow Hill may stay the same, and all the textures in Cape West may stay the same, and only the grass, trees, and underbrush may change. And the rocks. Of course, the rocks. So, that is about the gist of what tomorrow's update is going to be. It's just going to be a upgrade for Goldenhills Valley. Some people are upset. Some people are welcoming the change. Well, we'll see. Personally, I want to see what they can do with it. And there goes my game minimizing again. Sorry about that, guys. I try to get it back up as soon as I can. But I don't think they're going to do very much to the village itself. And I do hope, though, that when they change the trees and the textures and everything, that it's a little easier to see some of the racetracks in Goldenleaf Stables. Because right now, yes, I can still see when they did the initial update for Silverglade, they actually took away one bush on the racetrack in Goldenleaf Stables that made it 10 times easier to see a shortcut. Let's see. But yeah, I don't think they're going to do too much other than change the trees and the underbrush and the ground textures here. Be great if they update the buildings. Anyhow, that's not the only thing they dropped, or SSO dropped recently. Some of their team was actually at the... Let me go back to Jasper's. Some of the team was actually at the pony meetup on the East Coast recently. And one of the things that we got a sneak peek of, and we had to wait a little bit on seeing that sneak peek, was the starting process of them creating the Tinker Horse, or redesigning the Tinker Horse. So they gave us a small preview of the Tinker Horse, still in its work in progress form. They do have the model, but from what I could tell, only half of the texturing was done on that model. So we will see what becomes of that one. The other thing that was dropped, and that was dropped a couple days ago, was actually I think it was dropped on Monday. Yeah, it was dropped on Monday. They have announced, or gave us a teaser image of the Andalusians. I probably butchered that name. But they are, in August, going to be releasing the Andes. I'm going to just call them Andes because it's easier for me to say. And they showed a preview of 7 horses. Now, one of those horses is probably going to be in the app, which means they are behind in their horse releases in the app, because I know that they still are missing the Palomino, or not the Palomino, the Buckskin Shikati pony. We're still waiting on that horse, on that pony in the app. But they gave us a preview of, or the whip, or not the whip, the teaser for those horses, and they will be released in August. And I will probably have the picture up here soon. They will be released in August. Now, because of how early they released that teaser image, I have been trying to figure out approximately when they're going to release horses. I know it's once a month. My initial guess would be that they would release a horse on August 16th, 14th, whatever the second Wednesday is of that month. However, I now think because of this teaser image, they may release the horses on August 7th, which is a week before what I thought it was going to be, which means I've got a lot of horses that I need to train. I still only have 3 horses that I have to train, and they're all 3 Jorvik warm bloods. But depending on what colors they release, first 3 colors they release, hi Wolfies, you guys are going to have a new look to your home soon. But yeah, whatever colors they plan on releasing soon, I may or may not be skipping. So I may actually, I'm looking at getting probably the Dapple. I may get the Cremello, depending on if the Cremello is, or the Dapple, if the Cremello or the Dapple are in the first release, or if one of them is an app horse. I do have a tendency to buy the app horses, by the way, so when the Shikati drops, I will be sure to get the Shikati. When the Andy drops in the app, I'll be sure to get the Andy. And I'm sure that there is another horse that's floating around that will be in the app, but I'm not 100% sure. I only recall them showing 6 takes. I don't know how to pronounce the name, so don't quote me on the name. I know it's the more recent non-Jorvik warm blood breed. But, excuse me. They've got a lot of horses that they did give teasers or previews of, and they just have not given us those horses yet. Now, they said that it's kind of random when they release the horses into the app, and it kind of is. There is no set schedule as far as I can tell, partially because when they do actually release the horse into the app, they have to wait for both Google and Apple to approve of those updates. So yeah, for those horses, we have to wait for the updates in the apps. And we have to wait for store approvals. Fun stuff. Speaking of which, another thing I'm wondering about this Goldenhills update. We figured it's just going to be the land textures, but if they are moving some things around, I wonder how it's going to affect the races that Jasper does, the race in Golden Leaf Force, and the championship that is about to run in less than 30 minutes now. I opted I'm going to go to Fort Pinta Champ because I've already ran Goldenhills Champ. But I am actually looking forward to seeing what this update is going to bring. And I'm sure Spell Chaser is actually looking forward to it because she is actually my Goldenhills horse. She's the one I typically use for the Goldenhills Championship because I'm used to her in the championship. I know a lot of people use American paint horses and the Appaloosas because they're typically supposed to be faster because of their animations. But sometimes it just depends on who you're comfortable with running. And I'm comfortable with Spell Chaser in that championship. And the more comfortable you are with a horse, the better you can run a champ. With some practice. If you don't know the shortcuts and you haven't practiced those shortcuts, then you're kind of in a predicament on your placement. But I didn't run the shortcuts for a long time, and I still did good. Or well, until the server started to lag. But yeah. I will be sure to get a couple screenshots of this area before and after, and I will hopefully have a nice little comparison of the area, at least in screenshot form. I can't run the same path twice in video and record that, so plus by the time I get off work, it's kind of late, so except on this server, it'll be still daylight on this server. Anyway, I'm gonna end this here, and we'll see you when the update occurs. I will be trying to get sidetracks and my Let's Play picking up again. It's just, like I said, I have to pick the times when everybody is asleep to do some of this. So maybe next year, when I'm in a different house, I won't have this problem. But until next time, Spell Chaser and I say bye-bye.